Welcome back to Terrible at Fishing. Today we're going to talk about trout and how to figure out what kind of trout we got. So stay tuned. I thought it would be constructive to teach everybody about different fish, how to identify different fish. So we got a new playlist on fish identification. Go figure. Now in Oregon here, trout is king. Oh, it's king. It's tough to be a bass fisherman in a trout state, but I had a lot to learn about trout, and I still do. But I've been very happy with catching trout. So we're going to go over trout identification. So let's go to a website and we'll learn all about trout identification. All right, so this is the GreaterOregonOutdoors.com. And in this, we're going to learn about trout. These are the trout indigenous to Oregon, which is quite a bit, because this is a trout state. So the first one we see up here is the golden trout. So they can get up to 12 inches. You can see they're not real big, and they live in rivers normally. So known to get much bigger when they are transported to lakes. At present, only a couple of lakes are reported to hold these elusive creatures. The most popular trout is one that you've caught more than likely is a rainbow trout. These get really, really big. Now, I have caught a 5-pound rainbow trout before. They average in the rivers and the lakes here, 1 to 5 pounds. But you can get them much bigger, up to 20 pounds and higher. I live right next to Klamath Lake. And Klamath Lake has been reported on average getting about a 10-pound rainbow trout. They're big, and they fight really good, and they jump really high. Next is the cutthroat trout. You can see them. They're not as colored as the rainbow trout, but I could see how somebody could confuse it with a rainbow trout. Now, these fish are a threatened species, so they're strictly a catch and release. But these guys fight like demons. They can range anywhere from 6 inches all the way up to 40 inches. So catch, release, enjoy the fight. Then the brown trout. Oh my goodness. These get big. Okay. They can range anywhere from 2 pounds all the way up to 40 pounds. I mean, look at that beast that guy's holding. In the lake that I fish in, German browns are big. They can be they can get up to 15 pounds in the lake that I fish in. Then there's the bull trout. Toro. These are strictly catch and release as well. But anglers seek them out for the memory of holding such a rare and memory-worthy fish. Fish have been caught and recorded with lengths up to 41 inches and weighing up to 32 pounds. So, what a beast. Then there's the brook trout. We have these in our lake. Brook trout is yet another elusive trout. Hiding sparsely in a few backwoods, lakes, and rivers, these fish are usually stocked as they aren't naturally occurring fish in Oregon. They can range from 10 inches up to 26 inches. There are more of a medium-sized fish topping the scales at just over 6 pounds maximum. So, and then there's the lake trout. What a beast! All right, one of the biggest trout species that doesn't go to the ocean and back. The lake trout, or otherwise known as the mighty Mackinaw. These bad boys are monstrous. They hit like a brick and run hard. The largest lake trout ever caught was just over 100 pounds and 59 inches long. What a beast. Sizes range from 15 to 40 pounds, with lengths up to 36 inches. I'm going to need a bigger boat. All right. First time I ever seen one of these, I caught one, a red banded trout. This was in the Williamson's River. These eastern Oregon trout brings many anglers to its known habitats. These highly prized game fish are on the decline. However, ODFW states that conservation projects are in the works. They average 10 to 12 inches long and can weigh around 1 pound. Okay, I beat that by a long shot. There's a video somewhere of me catching a red banded trout that's 21 and a half inches long. So look for it. It was a beast. It was beautiful, great fight, and it swam away like a king. Then there's the tiger trout. Look at this one. Now, these actually exist quite a few in the southeast area where I live. The last fish to line up possibly is the newest, the tiger trout. So named for its unique tiger-style markings and extremely aggressive tendencies. These trout are a sterile hybrid of both the brook trout and the brown trout. These are being introduced into lakes such as Diamond Lake, which isn't too far from me, to combat issues with anglers introducing other invasive species as bait. These are still new enough that no real data from reliable sources has come forward about possible max weight and size. As like the cutthroat, these are strictly a catch and release type of trout. So that's actually not about an hour away from me. So very cool. Never caught one. I'm going to have to hit Diamond Lake. Haven't fished that one yet. So that are hopefully a way that you can see the different species of fish, of trout. This state that I am in is just incredible when it comes to trout. I mean, it's just, I mean, the trout here are huge and they fight. I caught that 5-pound rainbow on an ultralight setup. Oh, wow. So at this time of year, I mean, trout are cold water fish. So typically when the water's cold like it is now, they like to hit. Saw a couple big ones yesterday at the lake. So had a couple good hits on them. One thing, they're smallmouth fish. So, I mean, they look big. I mean, the big ones have bigger mouths. But use smaller hooks. Some lakes have and rivers have restrictions, like the Williamsons. Can't use a treble. You can only use a single hook. I have a whole box just for the Williamsons River. And you can catch them, and then a lot of these are catch and release. You're limited to only one in a lot of these areas. So in the lake that I commonly fish, you're allowed to keep 5 rainbow trouts, and with it 12 inches or bigger. So fantastic eating, great fish, fun fish to catch, easy fish to catch, because usually you use power bait, worms, or spinners. Although they like to hit my square bill cranks. I'm fishing bass, I catch a big giant trout. So, so I want you guys, hopefully this helps you out. Go and review these other videos to help identify the fish that you are catching. But sometimes it's just a little variance between one fish and the next. I'd love to catch a tiger trout. I've heard some pretty fun stories about tiger trouts. So take care. Please hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys out on the water.